What's up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And today I have a very good overall market report for you. This will be scrolling through the app and looking at the items that give us the best indication of what is going on in the market. Newsflash, we have not bottomed yet. That is not an opinion, it is fact. And I'll show you with the items that give us the best indication. So let's just run through the ones that I think are most important, which are the ones that I follow very closely, that I think give us that best indication, beginning with the DeLorean Interactive, which is down to 770. And then we'll peek in here at the Interactive Common. And what do you notice? It's at 80. It has been in the 70s today, and now it's finally fought its way back up to 80. How many of you FOMO'd when the market opened back up and you bought the common DeLorean at 150 gems? I tell you what, there probably are some people that are pretty sore right now because they jumped the gun. And I kind of saw that coming. And the reason is that they announced that they would be drivable, but they didn't give the date. When something like that happens, the excitement will force the prices super high, and then it will settle down once everyone is calm and their attention goes to the next shiny thing. Keep that in mind. I move slow. I do not make quick decisions, and I fight the FOMO with every ounce of my being, and it pays off in the long run. Looking at the Batman Black and White collection, Todd McFarlane is sitting at 6,000. We did jump up to about 6,700. Now it's creeping back down. I'm thinking we're going to be back below 6,000 pretty soon. A lot of these other black and white items are moving down. 679 on the Jim Lee Joker and Darwin Cook, which is a steal. There's only 106 there left on the market, down to 90 gems. And look at the distance between these listings: 90, 95, 100. What does that tell you? When people are undercutting that much, the momentum of the market is going down. All right, what else is kind of a good indication here? 379 on Bruce Timm Harley Quinn. We'll skip on down a little bit, looking at Carmine Infantino Robin at 1,500, which is pretty stable. Jim Lee Nightwing is a good indication, kind of stable, but at 1,200 gems. And Amanda Connor at 818, kind of creeping up a little bit. It was lower than that. Actually, it was in the 700s. Here we have Becky Cloonan sitting at 1,200. Now, it was back up to 15, and we just started to creep back down. Joe Mad. How are we doing, Joe Mad? 700 gems. We're going to be popping into the 600s. That is downward momentum. And the Batman Who Laughs, which I have a nice pile, is now under 130. How many of these do I have left? I still have 8. Okay, let's move to the next. And it's the Battle Statue, which is coming in at 325. It's sliding down. I would not be surprised if we see this one break 300 again. Okay, another great indication is the Black Panther. I've been watching this uncommon, and it follows the market. We're now below 50 again, and there are several low listings. The common, which I bought at 90, it's down to 70. I thought it was on its way up. It's not done correcting yet. Big Barda is a good indicator, coming in at 827, just kind of hanging in that 800 range. Starfire doing pretty good at 1,000. We were below 1,000, but we're not moving up. We're kind of staying stuck in the mud. Marvel Captain America. This is one that I watch closely. It's the ultra rare with only 53 on the market, and the price is $474. That's not good. We were above 500 for quite a while, and then we dipped down. We had one listing yesterday at 500, and now we see 475 and someone undercutting that at 474. This one will be on a video that I'm making for you hopefully today or tomorrow, where I'm going to discuss the items that I'm looking at getting that have the greatest multiplier potential, because they are ones that went up 3 to 4x in the recent peak. And I'll show you my spreadsheet of how I calculate greatest potential based on previous peaks and how that will increase your chances of getting another 3 or 4x on the next peak. The common, a great indicator, now down to 69, the uncommon at 65, and the rare going back down towards 100. All right, moving right along. What else jumps out at me? The Cartoon Network, I have a stack of Blossom and Buttercup, and I've been selling them to buy other stuff. 165 settling in for Blossom, and Buttercup is down to 190. We were at 199, but we're showing weakness moving down. BMO is not impressing at 51, very weak. Finn Mertens at 70, not impressing, very weak. Ice King, what are we doing, Ice King? Sitting around 110, and there are not too many listings for that cheap price, but it could be because other people are waiting in line to undercut the price. Lady Rainicorn, only 25 on the market, and it's at 489. That's sad. Now, actually, it's not sad because I would say this is a great buy. Now, that, of course, is not financial advice. Don't take that from me as, oh, well, Crypto Pro said that this one's cheap and it's a good buy, so I ought to go ahead and spend my rent money on that one. Don't do it. By the way, I have another video coming out where I'm going to discuss something. It's due diligence, and it is a very important topic. Here's something that a lot of people don't talk about. If you have to ask someone else if you should buy A or buy B, or if A is a good price, you haven't done your homework, and you should not be spending your money. More on that later. Lumpy space, creeping back down to 70. How many of these do I have left? I think I have, 14. That's a stack. I would like Lumpy to come up a little bit unless I decide that I might eat into that to grab some Disney items. 110 for Jake the Dog. I'm tempted to unload a couple of these. I still have 12 left. I had 14. I got rid of a couple to make some purchases that I will unveil to you in a few moments. Mojo Jojo, you don't hear me talking about a lot. Let me show you something. Mojo is at 300. Look at my collection here. This is a brag. I want to show you the numbers on my Mojos. 565, 566, and 567. I will not be selling these anytime soon. It might not be until the second market cycle peak, not even the one coming up. But Mojo has been pretty solid. Princess Bubblegum is slipping. 55 gems. I have 3 of those left. I sold one to buy some comics. The serial killers we really don't need to jump into, but one that I always watch is Honeybutt, 106.99. This one usually sits at about 175. That is very weak. And then another good indication is the last fat breakfast, where it is still 222 above 200, which tells me that that's a solid item with only 50 on the market. Smack, Crack, and Pot, which I love, is now at 35 gems. That is 5 gems below the retail. Look at that price. 40 is what it was. So that is definitely an indicator that the market is still down. Choices, there's been some action here. I don't remember which one it was, but one of these pumped out of thin air for no reason. But 94, we're creeping back down. Probably going to break into the 80s there on the common. And uncommon is at 219. I used to have the uncommon and the rare, but I sold those long ago. Coca-Cola Globe is now settled in, 79. Looking pretty solid. I mean, for being in the 70s. It did dip down as low as, I think, 69, if I'm not mistaken. And then it came back up and was 80 or 90 and fell back down. Daredevil, this is another good market indication because it is a recent drop that, even though it had lots of ridicule, it was looking pretty solid. Now the common is down to 14 gems. I'm probably going to pick a few of these up. I do have 2. The uncommon is now sitting at $14.95. That is crazy. I've got one of those. And then, of course, we go to the rare, which, 27. It was in the 30s. That's dropping fast. Okay. And the secret rare, I do have one. It's at 190 and dropping. I bought this one just because there was a good number, and I should have waited, but I wanted to get a full set. And for the secret rare, I'm okay paying a little bit more. I think I paid $220. 190 and dropping. Day of the Dead common is a very good indicator. 72 down from 75. There's some undercutting going on here, and it could drop back into the 60s again. DC Artist Alley. Wonder Woman. I have two of these left, $354.99. Pretty solid, but just kind of sitting. I think people know better than to sell Wonder Woman for cheap. Supergirl should be at about 60. Where are we now? 61. Settling in. 60, high 50s. That's a market low price that's pretty solid, which tells me that as we're dipping down, it's not really that bad, and there's nothing to be afraid about if that Supergirl is holding at around that range. Let's jump into CoverGirls. And Batgirl Common, 73 gems. Not bad for the one that sat on the market for an eternity. Batgirl, $32.98. We're heading back towards 30. I think I've got a couple of these, and I may pick up a third. The Harley Quinn Ultra Rare, $148. Kind of holding strong. Not bad for an Ultra Rare. Catwoman at $110, half of what it was just a couple of months ago. Mara, 78 left on the market at $102. Will probably be dipping into the 90s. Supergirl with $212 at $108. It was just sitting nice and solid at $115 to $120, creeping back. Wonder Woman down to $75. If this goes below $70 again, I'm going to go ahead and get another one. I believe I've just got two, and I have 3 Supergirls. The one that I should have bought before, 57 Supergirl Ultra Rare. What is the price? Well, $615. It's creeping down. When this sucker hit, I think it was $399, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. It could be $499. I told myself breaking 500, this would be a good one to get, and I did not get it. I could get a second chance. All right, let's see here. The Deadpool Common is sitting at $66.50. $75 is a good, solid price that I've noticed on Deadpool, so the market is sliding. That is low for the Deadpool. We're not going to get into golden moments because I just did a separate report on that, but I will tell you this, the prices are falling. There is the Cogsworth that I bought for $210. I got a good number though, but here we are at $189 again. So several of these are losing steam. Avengers logo was down into the 600s just before the drop today. And then let's just pop up and look at the partner statue coming down to 21,200. So all of these are losing steam. Okay, but it's not fast. It's not a crash. And it's certainly not the crash that I expected after the gem heist fiasco. That's good news to know that we didn't see prices cut in half or go to zero like all of us were so fearful of after the gem heist fiasco was blown out and exposed. Lions Unlimited, $55.75. This whole set has been pretty solid, but it did bounce below 50. So it's actually doing good. Fantastic for Invisible Woman. Ooh, $19.50. Okay, we're showing weakness. We're back down below 20. I think I've got enough of this one. I have 6 editions. I should buy another one at that price. I do also have the Secret Rare. I have this full set. Secret Rare is down to $470. I think I bought mine a 3-digit number. Let's see what I paid for it. I have 1 edition, and it is number 0548, and I believe I paid in the 6s. Yeah, $690. So that's looking pretty cheap. But at the time when I bought it, I sold items that were double in price. So it doesn't hurt because I'm not losing any ground. When everything comes down, you really don't have to worry when you were buying with gems that you leveraged from selling for a profit. The Kozik collection here, we'll just look at 2 that are a good indication. Stash is at 57, showing weakness. And then we've got the Labicorn at 199. First time I've seen it break 200 for I don't know how long. I think it's been months. All right, moving right along, Ghostbusters. We've got the Ecto 1 at 380, holding pretty solidly, and we have the Interactive Common at 77. Pretty solid price. Rumors are that it's going to be drivable. Don't quote me on that. $250 on the Ghostbusters logo. That's solid. Slimer at 115, holding strong. Stay Puffed, it's not doing so hot. He's below 200 gems now, coming in at a floor of 183. I have the Rewind Collective logo on my mind. There's only 50. It's sitting at, oh, there we go. We're below 600. Below 500 is my target price for the Rewind logo. Okay, Harley Quinn black and white. I've got a lot of these, but this is the one that I watch for market indications, 348, which is kind of low, but not too low because this is from season 1. It should not go below 300. So really, this is a strong price for a dip. Okay, the 007 set. This one is one to watch. The animated glider. I've got both gliders. 316. That's weak. I do think we did dip below 300 on the animated glider. 82 on the static. And look at this blueprint. 48 back below 50. I think it did hit 39 at one point. The motorcycle that is on my radar that I've been waiting to get and waiting. Solid at 116.69. It was 110 earlier today. And the ultra rare car is sitting at 417. That's pretty solid. But check this out. Valdo's case is dropping the bottom out. 33 gems. That's not bad. The retail price, wasn't it 60? Let's look and see what that retail price was. 67, as a matter of fact. So that's 50% off, guys. 50% off. All right, let's look at Loki Common. 36. The last low, I think months ago, I had bought 4 or 5 of these at 30 and sold them at 60. So that's not doing too bad. Another reason why you don't have to panic, because these low prices, they're just good purchases to me. Ajax 63 coming up from 60. That's actually showing some strength. Captain, the full set, sitting at 175, holding strong. It was lower than that. 650 on Dr. Doom that hit 1889 or 1898 at the market peak. Green Goblin 379 holding strong because it's up from 325. Red Skull is showing weakness at 389.99. We're below 400 on Red Skull. Another one I like to look at is Steve Rogers, but it's holding strong. Just broke below 60, but that's not bad for a dip. I've still got a nice stack of that one. The Mickey and Friends. This is the set we need to pay attention to. Look at Daisy Duck coming in at 170. It was at 165. I bought a mini at 165. It's now 159. They're cutting it down. So I'm hoping that we continue this downward momentum because I would like to pick up Daisy Duck next, and then I'll jump up to Mickey Mouse. At the moment, Mickey's at 215, looking pretty good. If we break below that, I'll probably get one. I like these. I mean, for the artwork of it and the music in the background. These are just really cool, and they're Disney items, very iconic. Speaking of Disney, did I skip the other Disney items? I did. I wanted to scroll back and take a quick look at the steamboats. I sold my Jaunty Jig at 330. It's at 299. Unless it goes way down, I'm not going to buy that one back. But all of these are showing weakness. There's the uncommon at 365 and 2,400 on the ultra rare. So that is definitely weak. Okay, where were we? I don't remember. I think we were ready to jump into Pixar. I bought the Lightning at what, 110, I think. We're back down to 100, so showing a little weakness, but Lightning McQueen has been pretty solid. Poor Waz is showing weakness. We're at 57 below retail. It was as low as like 53. 115 on Edna. You know, pretty solid, not too bad. 97.99 on the house, not too bad. If we can get that down to 80, I'll probably pick it up. Woody, I love Woody, and I do want it, but not at 244. I'm going to have to say I'm waiting to break below 200, and it's going to happen at one point. Prices might jump up above 300, but you know what's going to happen. As soon as we get something like a Pokemon, the bottom is going to drop out, but it's only going to be temporary. It will be for 24 to 48 hours before the Pokemon drop, and it's going to do a dead cat bounce after it hits the low point. So that is your Woody. The new drops, not impressed. But before we get to those, let me jump quickly into Spider-Man because these have 3 that I have my eyes on. Uncommon Spider-Man at 317. It was just 300. It's popping up. People are taking this deal up. They're taking people up on those low offerings, the rare at 600 and the common at 360. Those are still on my radar. I would like to get the uncommon back because it presents a great opportunity for a 3 to 4x. The Title 6 stamps. I will be buying, but this drop, oh boy, look at that, 890. That is cheap. I think the uncommon is even cheaper. No, it's at 890, so that's not too bad. That's probably a good buy, and I like all of the stamps. And since this one is something of a historic nature, it's probably good to collect. So we've got, a rare left to go here. The rare coming in at, 14, down from 17. Not too bad. I might just pick that up. The ultra rare coming in at 28.80. That's a great price for an ultra rare. And the secret rare is looking strong at 148. The new drop, by the way, Superman is looking like it's dwindling a little bit. We're back to 2,700. It's been strong though. 2,700 has been the average price on Superman. Ukraine project, it's slipping. We've got the poster. Oh, that's good. It was just down to 154. We're back up to 152. People are snapping up these great deals. 46 on the gold, 35 on the silver. I'm hearing rumors that those might be animated. X-Men Common, pretty good deal at 36. The secret rare is something I always watch. It's at $8.98, but it's held strong at that price. Now, the new drop, let's look at the Baseman's Toby. We can't see him there. We got to scroll all the way up to the top. And let's see if we can find some of those in the top section here. We'll do a view all. This one did not do good at all unless you had the secret rare. Check it out. The rare at 35 below retail. The common is just abysmal at 19. I don't know. I'm not even ready to pick these up. Here's the other common at $17.99. The ultra rare here at 52, just at $2 above the retail price. I think the secret rare was at what, 150? There it is. Secret rare, 149.98. I'm not much for these non-IP items, as they say, but the secret rare might do something in the future. And if they're animated or do something crazy, you never know. Rumors could abound and something could happen. I'll have to do an entire separate report on the comics because I have been going bananas scooping up commons today. The prices have been floating down and I've been buying below retail like a madman. There are several of these sets that I have bought the common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare. Everything but the secret rare. I think there's about 5 sets that I just swept full set. Now, if I could ever get the time on my schedule and match it up with Dokta Strange, shout out to Dokta Strange, out in New York City, out in the East Coast. He is the comic book expert, and we have been talking comics a lot in the past few days. He's got some screenshots showing the ones that have great potential because he knows the background and the history of these things in the real physical world. There is correlation between the comic NFTs and the comics that sell on the shelves. Other than that, I have about 8 other videos that I need to get uploaded that are on various topics that you are going to want to know about. I'm so excited, and I will work as quickly as I can to get these done. And then we do have a report coming up soon where we're going to cover the charts on the website so we can assess where we are in the market cycle. That is very, very important. I just announced on Twitter that I surpassed the 900 milestone, and I was saying that I might not surpass 1,000. But after today, I might have to take that back because market prices are coming down, and I bought another 15 comics. I'm at 915. But what will happen is once we move into accumulation and then consolidation, that's when I start to sell and consolidate a lot of the commons, and I will be purchasing grails. I'm not done yet on buying the golden moments, and I do plan on getting many more of those, and also the lenticulars. So we are going to leave it there for now. That's all I've got. I'm going to sign out, coming at you from the couch. So this is Carlton, and I am out.